Stay frosty and head over to easymutt.com for the cheapest mutt coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around 40 bucks. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Action. Yo, what up, brothers? We got the microphone working for the first time ever at the opening of the show. What's going on, everybody? Jay, Golden Mike, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Thank you, man. Coming back in here with the support on the channel. Welcome to the producers, my guy. Thank you so much for the support there, Jay. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How's everybody doing today, man? Chargers Sim Sundays Monday edition coming in hot. The Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, we are at home this game. The Chargers finding some momentum. I think at this point we're what, 4-4. The Chargers. This is kind of how I feel like in the real season, right? If the Chargers can find some success in the early windows, I think that they can go into the playoffs or at least playoff contention. Maybe go into the double-digit win category too. So I'm very excited to see how the Chargers do in this game. Of course, Dalvin Cook's going to be a problem. I think Cousins maybe is a little bit underrated, and of course Justin Jefferson, the guy that Justin Herbert beat out for Offensive Rookie of the Year, might be featured in this game as well. Before we do get into this, guys, let's grab some shout outs in the chat. How's everybody doing? Of course, we got Jay the Golden Mike in here. We got Hugo Boss, Envy Talent, Boogie Beats. We got Napoleon Madrid. We got Philip Lacard, Piggy, Bobby Wasabi. I love that. Robert Viney, Kyle Sanchez, Eli Mozo. What's going on, everybody? Kind of a surprise stream today. Had to move some stuff around due to scheduling conflicts, but we still got a lot of people in here, man. Really awesome to see the Chargers fam come in together for another Chargers Sim Sunday / Monday edition. Give me your guys' predictions in the comments section or in the chat here. What you think the score is going to be. Of course, Minnesota Vikings defense looks pretty solid. So do the Chargers at this point in the season. But Dalvin Cook might serve to be a problem. The Chargers, if they have any weak spot that we know of right now before the season kicks off, it's going to be that running defense. Defending against a guy like Dalvin Cook could be a problem for the Chargers in real life. We're hoping not to see that as a problem in Madden Sim today. With that, guys, let's get straight into this game. The Chargers versus the Minnesota Vikings at home. Should be a pretty good one today, dudes. Hoping to see some good action between Justin Herbert and Kirk Cousins. Of course, the Minnesota Vikings, I think they did add some talent on defense as well as getting some returning talent. I'm sure Anthony Barr was sorely missed. I think Hunter as well was sorely missed. I know they had a couple of injuries there on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully the Chargers can overcome these players. Of course, the Chargers kind of fit that narrative as well, right? With the return of Derwin James and Drew Tranquill. I think there's a lot to say about both defenses going into this game. Here are some of your predictions in the chat right now. We've got Gingerman saying 38-28 Chargers. Robert saying 30-21 Chargers. Jay saying 34-21 Chargers. Lots of good scores in the 30s for the Chargers. Of course, the Chargers offense, I would say the past few weeks has started off maybe a little bit slow, but by halftime, man, something's going on with this team in Madden Sim, right? By halftime, it's a completely different team coming out of the tunnel, and these guys have been absolutely slapping their opponents around in the second half of football for the past couple of weeks. So I'm excited to see if they can do the same thing again today, and maybe even come out the gate a little bit hotter. As long as we don't let the Minnesota Vikings grab any sort of lead, I'm sure Dalvin Cook will not be utilized to his full potential. As we also get into this live stream, guys, we did get some news about former LA Charger Melvin Ingram, who is signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers in a one-year deal. First off, huge mad love and support to Melvin Ingram. I hope he does find some success in Pittsburgh. Hopefully the Steelers fans out there treat him right. He's honestly, you know, one of the biggest personalities on the Chargers for the past few seasons. Kind of sad to see the Chargers decide not to re-sign him here, but I kind of understand, you know, what they're trying to accomplish as far as this new look on defense. Maybe it was time to usher in the Uchenna Nwosu era, who is featured on today's thumbnail. I think Uchenna Nwosu does have a lot to prove. I think he's been underutilized, and maybe that's why the Chargers decide to neglect re-signing a Melvin Ingram this year. Daniel says, Director, how would you feel about signing a player like Joe Hayden next offseason? I think the Chargers certainly should be looking to spend some money next year. Of course, that Super Bowl window will be closing every year that the Chargers do not make it into the Super Bowl while on Justin Herbert's rookie contract. So if the Chargers can load up on some defensive talent, I think the offense looks really solid. Defensive talent over the next couple of seasons, the Chargers should be a threat to make it deep into the playoffs. Slater gonna pancake Ingram. We do play them this season, do we not? We do play them this season. Might need to go update this roster before the Steelers game to make sure we see Melvin Ingram opposite us in Pittsburgh. Kind of crazy to think. Hugo says, gonna miss King Mel. Hope they treat him right in Pittsburgh. Me too, man. Melvin Ingram, certainly one of the fan favorites for the long time. Joey Bosa, I'm sure, is gonna miss him like crazy. They were a pretty nice unit out there for a long time in Los Angeles and San Diego. Next up, here come the Chargers on offense. Justin Herbert's going to start things off here with a fake. He's going to toss it in the middle of the field, and it is complete to Jared Cook. That's something Chargers fans are familiar with from last season. Justin Herbert under a little bit of pressure, able to make some clutch decisions and get the ball moving downfield. Jared Cook, new acquisition, is going to move those chains. Let's go. Who you guys hoping puts up a big performance tonight? Of course, Jared Cook could certainly emerge as one of those go-to targets today, but I think Mike Williams certainly due for maybe a touchdown or two today. He had a couple of pretty big weeks a couple of weeks back. I think he's getting ready to do it again. The Chargers coming out here. Again, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert's looking. He's going to hit Jared Cook once more, and Cook's going to convert another first down, dragging his defender over the yard or over the chains. Here we go, guys. Moving the chains one more time. The Chargers offense coming out with some nice momentum. That's what you want to see in real life in this game. If the Chargers can score early, then maybe we can see less of Dalvin Cook throughout the game as a featured player. Really hope the chicken parm makes a splash this season. Me too, man. Me too. Here come the Chargers one more time. It's Austin Eckler who's going to pick a nice lane there. Still only picking up a couple of yards. Lots of defenders coming in there. 2nd and 6. Of course, we are excited to see more of Justin Jackson. Jackson has definitely been very, very nice. Touting the rock on the ground, complimenting an Austin Eckler. Hopefully we see more of that today. Jackson's just been absolutely insane in his production since we gave him the RB1 status. Hopefully we see a lot more of that. Chargers are cooking so far. All right, that's enough out of me. Thank you, Hugo. Justin Herbert's looking for an open target. He's going to hit Keenan Allen and convert another first down. The Chargers seeming to gain a lot of momentum right now, seeming unstoppable through the air. On the ground, you'd like to see maybe a little bit more of that mixed in, but number 22 is out there on the field right now. Jackson might be seeing a look right here. Stranger danger. What's our record right now? 4-4 in the simulation. The Chargers definitely picking up some momentum over the past couple of weeks. Here comes Jackson, who's going to push forward for a nice gain of 6. And the Chargers, honestly, this offense looking in tune. This offense looking nice and in rhythm. Nice to see the Bolts moving it down the field early in their first possession. Mike MacArthur. What's up, Mike MacArthur? Sounds the name of royalty. As far as the sim go, I'd love to see something from Bosa. Me too. Joey Bosa mixed in there with Chen and Wosu. Of course, I'd like to see more blitzes from Kenneth Murray as well. Here comes one. Oh, man. I thought that was going to get intercepted one more time. Justin Herbert slings it in the middle of the field. And nobody's home. 3rd and 4. The Chargers at the 28-yard line would like to end this drive with a touchdown, if at all possible. It needs to start right here at the first down. Hopefully everything is okay between, by the way, since you had to move the stream today. Oh, yeah, nothing too big. Just a little bit of schedule conflict. I got some family coming into town. We're moving some stuff around, and wanted to make sure we got some time in with them. But there we go, guys. We're back today. Moved it to Monday. I think over the next couple of weeks, we should be fine to stay on Sunday, so don't worry about that. Maybe just like a real season, the Chargers got one Thursday, one Monday. We're back to Sundays for the remainder of the year. 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert's looking. He's going to find a target, and big Mike Williams. And Mike Williams takes it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Once again, going up there, grabbing that 50-50 ball. I think he beat his coverage there, but still, you got to see him go up in that nice, aggressive catch. Stays in bounds. The Chargers move those, change, and big Mike Williams, the guy that I'm hoping to see featured today, makes a big play for the Chargers in a 3rd and 4 situation. Let's go. Hoping to get this game in real life, but for now I'm happy to go to FanFest practice at SoFi. Yes, guys, hopefully everybody has a good time or had a good time. Very excited to see people experience SoFi for the first time. Here come the Chargers one more time. Justin Jackson takes it down for about 4 yards, 2 rushes, 9 yards. For Jackson, it's going to be a 2nd and 7. The Chargers looking really nice. Need to punch it in here. Hopefully the Chargers can rely on Jackson in this situation. If not, Justin Herbert and his mobility could come into factor here. Still with Kendricks and Anthony Barr and all these nice linebackers. You got to wonder how the Chargers can move it on the ground with Jackson in this situation. Here comes Jackson once more. No, it's a play action. Justin Herbert's looking. He is going to use his legs. No, he's going to sling it at the last second. That's big. Mike Williams with a touchdown. What did we say, boys? Touchdown, Chargers. And the director gets one right off the bat. Mike Williams, the first one to score for the Chargers. This offense looking so nice. And maybe this is a scene of things to come for Mike Williams and a big day for him. Oh, man, dudes, I'm hoping Mike Williams has a big season IRL. That would be absolutely fantastic. Mike Williams with the touchdown. The Chargers are on the board. 7-0 pending the extra point. Let's go, boys. Let's go. What do you think? What team do you think Aaron Rodgers should go to? Well, the two rumors right now are the Broncos or the Raiders. I don't want to see neither one of those guys come to the Chargers, or neither one of those teams get Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know, man. I'm hoping he stays in Green Bay, if I'm being quite frank with you, but that looks like it might not be happening. It'd be kind of insane to see him go to a team like Washington. I think that would be kind of insane, turning that team that already has an awesome defense into a true Super Bowl threat. So that's kind of where I'm hoping he goes. We got a $2 holla coming in from Carito Andrew Dang, who says, Director, been a while. Bolt up, love from Arizona. Oh, stay cool out there, man. I know it's probably scorching out there in Arizona right now. Thank you so much for the $2 holla. Welcome to the stream and welcome back, Carito. The Chargers at this point in Sim Sundays 4-4 take the early lead versus the Minnesota Vikings. Mike MacArthur with the bolt up. Love that. We got to get some more emotes in the house out here, man. Yeah, stay out of the AFC West, Aaron Rodgers, please. We don't need any more QB competitions out here. Of course, Derek Carr might get overlooked sometimes. He's an okay quarterback, but the Chargers and Justin Herbert, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, it's already a pretty stiff competition out in the West for the Chargers and the Chiefs. Next up, we got a $10 holla coming in from Fabian Sierra, who says, hey, man, I appreciate you for reposting my post on Twitter. My bar, the Bolts Lounge. Hoping I win that football. It'll be nice looking in there. Thank you so much for the $10 holla, man. That was your bar out there, man. The little fan lounge out there. That thing was sick, guys. Hit my Twitter up if you haven't seen it yet. This guy had the ultimate Chargers fan experience in this lounge. Super, super cool, man. Oh, dude, just imagine watching a game in that environment. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, guys. And thank you so much for the $10 holla, Fabian. Really appreciate the support out here. Dang, Fabian, that's so cool, man. I'm glad we found the guy whose lobby that is. And that's so crazy that he exists in my chat. That's so crazy. Alexis says, have you heard the rumors of Watson to the Eagles these past few days? I have not heard the rumors of that. Deshaun Watson, I have to assume that he's not going to get moved until some of that legal stuff gets resolved, and that could be either good or bad for Deshaun Watson. We have to wait and see, guys. Thank you so much, Fabian, Carito, Jay, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up today and supporting the channel, man. It's been a crazy, crazy month, and we're getting very close to Chargers football. Everything's going to start picking up around August. It's very exciting to see all these guys stick it out through the offseason with us. Justin Jefferson's going to pick up the first down, stopped by a Derwin James. All right, back to football a little bit. The Minnesota Vikings are moving the ball. They're at the 40-yard line. Got to watch out for Justin Jefferson. The dude was absolutely insane last season. Of course, not as insane as Justin Herbert, but still a guy you got to pay attention to in real life. He definitely be touting taking the torch from a guy like Thielen or even Diggs, who was previously of the Minnesota Vikings. Go to Washington after 1 week, or after week one, or stay. I don't know, man. I do not know where Aaron Rodgers is going to be headed. What position do you need to be good for Chargers? What position do you need to be good? The Chargers already looking pretty solid. I would say depth is a big concern. And then maybe on defense, looking for more defensive back help. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. If I could choose one position and one position only to help the Chargers right now, I would say either tight end or edge would certainly help the Chargers. Uchenna Nwosu could certainly break out and be a huge thing for the Chargers. I'm kind of betting on that this season. He's kind of my guy to break out for the Chargers this season. But if we could pick up a huge edge to like complement with Joey Bosa and Uchenna Nwosu, that would be pretty huge for the Bolts defense as well. Yes, I did hear about Richard Sherman, guys. Kind of pretty insane and pretty sad. Definitely a player that I look up to, and I'm hoping that, you know, whatever's going on with him, that he can figure it out. It sounds like it's a mental health issue, which is something I hope that he does get help for. $2 holla coming in from NV Talent. He says, "Oi, how much Charger talk did you have with Guilty as Charged?" Dude, those guys are awesome, man. Like I said, even in their interview, that I love coming on their show, and I love reading their content and like their tweets and interacting with them, because I like surrounding myself with eggheads, right? These guys are really, really smart. So we had a lot of fun talking on and off show about the Chargers and getting some fun insight there, man. I'm hoping to being able to bring him on my show at some point. I have to set some stuff up to host guests and things like that, but I've been talking to some guys in the Chargers community. We might be doing some more crossovers very, very soon. Of course, today, I'm not sure, I haven't checked yet, but you guys can expect to see me on a future episode of Chargers Chat Podcast. I recorded an interview with them not too long ago. I'm not quite sure when that's going live, but you should be able to see another interview with more Chargers, you know, content creators in the future with those guys. And those guys are awesome, man. I had a lot of fun with the Chargers Chat people. I've been talking to Dan of Chargers Unleashed as well. We're hoping to get one with them too, and then maybe hopefully bring some of those guys into this channel too, and just have a fun time, Chargers roundtable kind of talk. Have some fun talking about the Chargers before the season kicks off. Yeah, that was a fun video, man. Make sure you guys check out Guilty as Charged if you haven't yet. These guys are awesome. They're very, very smart dudes, and I'm excited to see them grow in the Chargers community over time. Just ate Carolina Reaper hot wings. Ooh, good luck, bro. Good luck. Get some milk. The Chargers on offense. Justin Herbert's going to sling it down to Jackson. Jackson's going to pick up around 5 yards there. Justin Herbert, 71 yards, touchdown here in the mid part of the first quarter. Of course, we just missed it. Dalvin Cook. I neglected to talk. We were getting some good conversation here. Dalvin Cook could not convert a 3rd and short situation, forcing the Minnesota Vikings to punt, which is kind of insane. That's a really, really big play for the Chargers defense. Dalvin Cook, so difficult to stop on the ground. The Chargers defense were able to stop him for less than a yard, which is pretty big. Austin Eckler's going to tout it for another first down Chargers. John Googe, what's going on, man? The Chargers early score here, 7-0. Justin Herbert and Mike Williams make a big play to start things off, and they were able to get the stop on defense. Here they come back again on offense, hopefully able to add to that lead. Yes, and Steelers signed Melvin Ingram. Mike Williams back at it again after scoring that first touchdown for the Chargers. 3rd reception. He's going to be having some big numbers today if he keeps it up in this one. Very excited. I'm really hoping Mike Williams, this is his game today. I honestly, looking at the matchups there, of course, they've got Patrick Peterson now. I'm thinking that Pat Pete is going to be lining up versus Keenan Allen, which should leave some opportunity for Mike Williams to maybe make some big plays. Of course, a lot of fans are hoping to see Joshua Palmtrees get involved here early as well. I think Josh Palmer has definitely been a surprising addition to the Chargers offense as we continue in this Madden Sim series. As of course, we're just going to speak everything into existence, guys. Josh Palmtrees coming back in here with another reception, 2nd and 3. Of course, only 7 yards, but man, he's been looking good in the role the Chargers have been featuring him in over the past couple of seasons. We gave him the start after 4 or 5 weeks of some sampling. He's been looking really, really solid. Of course, in real life, I would hope to mix in more Tyron Johnson, but that's not the way Madden works. Here comes Justin Herbert, 2nd and 3. And it's going to be Keenan Allen moving the chains once more. The Chargers offense looking absolutely unstoppable at this point. Just call me Link. What's going on, man? Long time no see. We're getting closer to the season, man. Getting closer to the season. Exciting to see all these names come back to the channel, dude. Austin Myers, what's going on, dude? Hey, we got that goal, John Gooch. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Hey, Director, do you see that 4 running backs, Eckler, Jackson, Kelly, and Roundtree making the 53-man roster? I could see it happening. I honestly could. I'm hoping that it sort of does, but I have a feeling at least one of those guys are going to be the man out. Justin Herbert's going to sling it. Nobody home. It's going to be a 2nd and 10. Monday's going good so far, man. I decided to take my time today. You know, we've been working hard on some other stuff the past couple of days, doing some interviews and things like that. And decided to wake up, take my time, grab a shower, read a little bit, grab my cup of coffee, walk around outside, get things ready for the stream. It's been a nice slow start today, so I'm feeling good. Hopefully everybody else out there is having a good Monday as well. 2nd and 10. The Chargers are going to hand it off to Jackson, who's going to pick up, or that's Eckler, I should say. He's going to pick up maybe a yard. 3rd and 9. The first big test for the Chargers to convert 3rd and long here in this game. Most Chargers, but I have to ask, who wins NBA Finals Sundays or Bucks? I'm actually not an NBA fan, man. I'm going to give it another shot. I've tried a couple of years, watching NBA and basketball, and it doesn't hit the same way the NFL does. As Justin Herbert's going to go down. That's Hitman Harrison Smith. Big sack right there. 4th and 16. The Chargers are going to have to punt it away. Nice play by the Minnesota Vikings defense. Hitman Harry, man, the dude's a little long in the tooth, but he's still got it. He's a scary safety to go up against, and in this situation, they blitz him, and he gets home versus Justin Herbert. Again, I'll give the NBA another shot, maybe next season, just to kind of help myself have something to do or something to watch in the offseason of the NFL, because really, even college ball, I don't really watch college football that much either, so I'm trying to slowly introduce more stuff into my regime, but I'm a habitually obsessive person when it comes to my hobbies, so for me, it's hard to get as excited about it as I am about the Chargers and the NFL in particular. That D-line is not letting us run more screens, please. Yes. I just pictured Slater manhandling Ingram looking ahead this season. Yeah, we're going to see that matchup, dudes. Of course, Melvin Ingram, in my opinion, in the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line is going to be a rotational player, but I do see him getting some snaps, particularly versus the Chargers in that week that we play them. It's going to be very, very interesting. NBA is up and down. Yeah, man. Got a preseason game in Seattle. And I got further row 50-yard line saved up for a while. Nice, man. Good on you, dude. Excited to see. I'm hoping, again, I'll let you guys know well in advance if I do make it to a game so that we can meet up and have a good time. Most, if not all of the season, I will be here holding down the fort as Dalvin Cook takes it for a nice 10 yards there. That's the guy the Chargers need to watch out for. So far, 4 carries for 14 yards. They've been doing a good job, but he picks up a first down there. Director, are you surprised Jay Rodgers from the Bears wasn't named defensive coordinator? I don't know, man. I think Jay Rodgers had his position. He had the position that he was coaching for a long time, particularly where he was known with the Bears and Brandon Staley back in their time together. I think outside linebacker is very, very nice thing for him to focus on. I think he's also sharing run game coordinator with another coach or something like that. So it's interesting to see how they utilize both those guys. But still, Jay Rodgers, very high IQ football mind, and I feel like him being on the Chargers, not even a defensive coordinator, is just putting more smart people in the same room. So yeah, maybe a little bit surprised, but I think all of these guys, the entire coaching staff, very intelligent unit. I think they're going to gel quite nicely, and maybe it even opens up opportunities for a guy like Jay Rodgers to get a head coaching or a coordinator job in the future. Hear about the incident at the Padres national game, scary stuff. I think I saw something about that on Twitter. Yeah, that is super scary stuff. Hopefully everybody's okay. Imagine if Philip Rivers called Chargers games. That would be so dope. I know, dudes. I'm starting to think about that. Chargers. Philip Rivers calling a Chargers game would be one of the most unique, fun experiences. I think people aren't ready for it, right? Just like they weren't ready for Tony Romo. Tony Romo's got a certain way that he likes to call games. I think if Philip Rivers were to be an announcer, it'd be so much fun for everybody spectating, just with the way that he presents himself and his personality. And I thought about that this morning when I heard that Peyton Manning and Eli Manning would be commentating the first game of the season or something like that this season, right? Philip Rivers in the future as a Chargers commentator would be so awesome. Matter of fact, I want to show you guys a tweet here in a minute when we do get a break about Philip Rivers. Absolutely insane. Let's see. Rivers, one of the toughest sons of guns you'll ever see in sport, dude. He was very consistent, didn't miss a game in his career, and that's something that I think a lot of people take for granted with Philip Rivers is his toughness, his persistency. Like, he was really, like, honestly just so consistent and reliable. I don't know where it is, man. I looked at it the other day. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I think it was by Bleacher Report, actually. Let me actually look that up real quick. Bleacher Report. I should have retweeted it. This isn't even counting every time he said "dangum." Yeah, dude. And I think one of my favorite stories is when I think it was JJ Watt who was telling the story of Phillip Rivers that when they were lining up, Phillip Rivers pointed one of their guys out and said that they were lined up wrong on the blitz package that they had up against the, Phillip Rivers, and he pointed him out and said that. That is so freaking Phillip Rivers, is it not, dudes? Here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. We'll watch it right after this drive right here, guys. Justin Herbert is going to sling it, and that's Mike Williams one more time. Mike Williams is going to pick up another first down. Mike Williams is having himself a day. Let me show this to you guys real quickly here. Played in 2007 AFC title game, 6 days after tearing ACL and meniscus. 252 career starts, zero missed starts. So out of 252 starts, he never missed a game. Unless you can't get off the field, you get off the field. Phillip Rivers, one of the toughest dudes you'll ever see in the sport of football. Here comes Justin Jackson touting the rock. He's going to pick up a nice 4 or 5 yards there. And the Chargers continue to move. 0-7 here going into the second quarter. Chargers looking okay. Defense looking surprisingly good versus Dalvin Cook, but they need to start moving it down the field a little bit offensively, convert those big plays. So far, so good, though, as they get closer to the 50. Surprised we won that second game against the Chiefs in 2018 with those interceptions. Yeah, dude, that was kind of sick. Oh, here comes Austin Eckler. Looked like a wheel route. And Austin Eckler able to take it all the way down to the 16-yard line. Reminded me of that wheel route versus the Kansas City Chiefs in week 2 of last season. Absolutely insane. Austin Eckler gets open. One reception for 44 yards for Austin Eckler, and the Chargers continue moving it. The Chargers, that's a big play, man. How do you defend that? How do you defend that? Justin Herbert on the run throws, and Austin Eckler wide open behind coverage takes it all the way down to the 16-yard line. Absolutely insane. Thank you, Austin Eckler, the receiver / running back. Good play by the Chargers offense right there. Chargers going to get flagged right afterwards, of course, though. False start. Can you imagine the thought of Tom Brady becoming an NFL commentator? That would be interesting, too. It's funny seeing Tom Brady outside his element of on the football field. I think my favorite is in Ted 2. Be funny to see how he does in the commentator's booth as well. Matthew Dahl with a $3 highlight coming in here saying, Director, what's up, my man? Ingram going to the Steelers. I know, man. We talked a little bit about that. Very sad. I mean, it's sad the Chargers didn't bring him back, but I'm sure all Chargers fans wish him success in Pittsburgh. But to all you Steelers fans out there, if there's any Steelers fans in the chat, take good care of Melvin Ingram, man. He's one heck of a personality, one heck of a human being. And I think he's going to add a lot to that defense. Even if it's just as a rotational player in that locker room, you want Melvin Ingram wherever you can get him, man. So we're hoping the best for Melvin Ingram out in Pittsburgh. That is until the week that we play him. I'm sure Slater's going to have something to say about that, too. Here comes Jackson. One more time. He's going to convert. First down on a 1st and 15, or 2nd and 8, I should say, right there. And the Chargers at the 2-yard line are threatening one more time. Can the Chargers and Justin Jackson punch it in from the 2? What's worse, Deshaun or Aaron Rodgers to Denver? I think immediately Aaron Rodgers is worse because he could definitely take him to a Super Bowl. But how many more years does he have left to play? Like 3 or 4 maybe, right? For the long term, Deshaun Watson would be a problem. Now all of a sudden you got 3 young quarterbacks in the AFC West. Here comes Justin Jackson. Can't quite get it in there. It's 1 yard to go. So again, from both perspectives, are bad for everyone else in the AFC West. But immediately, I think Aaron Rodgers would be the most scary. Deshaun Watson would be the biggest pain in our side for the longer periods. So that's kind of where we are with that. JJSN, I will say to that comment that everybody, here comes Austin Eckler, or what should say Neighbors, Gabe Neighbors, fullback with the touch, gets the touchdown, and the Chargers extend that lead. Jason, to that comment, I will say that maybe some people have short memories when it comes to the NFL. Last season, of course, he was hurt. He was playing hurt. He didn't tack a sack last year. But for all the years previous, he was a very, very solid defensive end, one of the better in the league. So that's why we care. That's why we care about Melvin Ingram. If Ingram blitzes at the same side as TJ Watt, we will not have the answer for that. Yeah, I mean, they've already got a lot of pass rushers out there in Pittsburgh. So, again, he's going to be more of a rotational guy. But, again, I see a lot more snaps for him versus Los Angeles in that particular week. But still, you never know. You never know. It's going to be a nasty, nasty defense out there for Pittsburgh, particularly in the pass rushing department. They like to put a lot of stock into that position. Gabe Neighbors. I think that's his first touchdown in this Sim series. So let's see 40s in the chat, man. He may not get another chance this season. The fullback dive works for the Chargers, and the Chargers extend their lead 14-0. Nice start to the game for everybody, for the Chargers right now in this first half of football. And this is exactly what you want to see in real life, right? Chargers take maybe a 2-score lead, keep Dalvin Cook at bay, because the moment the Minnesota Vikings grab the lead, you know that Dalvin Cook's going to get 80% of the touches. So as long as we keep the ball away from Dalvin Cook, I think the Chargers look pretty good in this one. Envy says, yeah, I wish him all the best till he faces us. Me too, man. Me too. Melvin was a beast when he was younger, but last season age showed up. Yeah, and that happens. That happens to every single player in the NFL. There's going to be a year where just it comes, dude. It hits you in the face, the age thing, the regression. And unfortunately for Melvin, it was last season. But maybe last season it had more to do with that injury. So we never know. Like, he could definitely go to Pittsburgh and ball out as long as he can stay healthy. Hey, Luke, good to see you, man. Bear down, right? Yeah, bear down for you, my friend. Can't wait to see Justin Fields next season, too. Here comes Cousins, and Cousins throws it away. Joey Bosa almost gets in there for his first sack of the evening. Joey Bosa's been pretty consistent, pretty nasty in this Sim series, too. Why is Gabe's rating so low in Madden 21, though? Because he's a fullback. He doesn't get a lot of touches. That's just, unless you're like a Patrick Ricard or a Kuhn or whatever, John Kuhn, like, you're not going to get a good rating in Madden at all. You're just not. Here comes Cousins one more time. Bosa almost getting in there one more time. And Dalvin Cook's going to roll around, picking up an extra couple of yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 2. I see Drew Tranquil having a breakout season. I think he's already kind of broken out. He just needs to stay healthy, right? So, yes, in a way, I absolutely agree with you. I think, especially in the new scheme that the Chargers are rolling out with Brandon Staley, Tranquil fits the mold very, very well. What them Cleveland Browns? I don't understand. The Chargers in this sim did beat the Cleveland Browns. Here comes Dalvin Cook. Joey Bosa able to run all the way out there and stop him. That's a big game there for Dalvin Cook. 31 yards on 6 carries. Don't let Dalvin Cook loose, man. Dalvin Cook, the more momentum he grabs, he's kind of like the Juggernaut in X-Men, right? The more momentum he gains, the harder he's going to be to stop. Make sure you nip that in the bud right now. Don't let Dalvin Cook loose. Realistically, to answer your question, real WB, I'm pretty worried, but at the same time optimistic, because I remember feeling the same way about Keenan Allen at one point. Maybe we're about to cross that bridge. Joey Bosa almost gets in there again. Cousins, 3 or 4 plays in a row, very close to getting sacked. Joey Bosa, he's hungry, man. He wants himself a sack. He's gotten really close the past couple of plays. Bosa saves the day, told you. He had been the X Factor today. Yeah, man. Nice to see Joey Bosa. Dude, Joey Bosa. Speaking of Bosa, oh my God. Throws his man on the ground. Gets behind the line of scrimmage, and Dalvin Cook is toast. Let's see some 97s in the chat. Very underrated play. But Joey Bosa throws his guy to the ground. Look at that. Boom. He's on the floor. And Joey Bosa gets there behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Lots of yards for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's go, Joey Bosa. Showing up there versus the run. We're going to need him. We're going to need him so bad in that game versus the Minnesota Vikings. So bad. Let's go, Bosa. With this new defense, I can see both Bosa breaking the single-season sack record in a couple of picks. How crazy would that be? Oh, big play to Justin Jefferson, though, on 3rd and 13. Kirk Cousins fires down, and Justin Jefferson's able to pick up the first. Yikes, dude. That was a big play by Joey Bosa, but Justin Jefferson comes back to counter. And the Vikings are back on the move at the 34-yard line. Still a nice play by Joey Bosa. We'll see who was in the vicinity of that pass there. Cousins is looking. And in coverage, it looks like it may have been the rookie Asante Samuel Jr. And cleaned up there by Nasir Adderley. Yeah, tough assignment there for the Rook. But that was a big play for the first down, moving the chains for the Vikings. How many sacks do you think Nwosu will get this year? Ooh, big hit there by Derwin James. I think Nwosu, 4.5 sacks last season in limited play. I think Nwosu, realistically, if he gets between 7 and 10, I think he's going to be very, very, very successful in this defense. I'm going to guess, I'll split like somewhere around the difference. I'll say 8. 8 sacks this season. I think the Chargers are looking really nasty if Nwosu can step up into that role. But realistically, he could go over 10. He could go over 10 specifically in the role that Staley would be putting him in. Because you remember last season, Floyd, right? Not Malcolm Floyd, Chargers brain. Leonard Floyd of the Los Angeles Rams. He picked up a ton of sacks. And that's kind of the role that Uchenna Nwosu will be playing this season. So could it be out of the realm of possibility for him to get double digit? I don't think so. I think he definitely could do it. Matter of fact, Leonard Floyd. Let's take a look and see his numbers from last year. Leonard Floyd in 2020 picked up 10.5 sacks. You know how many sacks, the most sacks that he had gotten previous to that? 7 sacks in 2016 in his rookie season. So I think Uchenna Nwosu, the possibility for double-digit sacks is absolutely real. And Justin Jefferson is going to haul it in the back of the end zone. Nice floater there, dude. That's not Justin Jefferson. That's number 19. Thielen is able to haul in the touchdown right there. And the Vikings are going to close the gap just a little bit here. Nice play by the Purple People Eaters. And the Chargers will get another shot here on offense, though. Hopefully the Chargers can get that 2-score lead back. But in coverage was number 25, Chris Harris Jr. That's a nice matchup. Again, I think a lot of these, surprisingly today, are the matchups I'm thinking we're going to see in real life. Thielen will probably be covered by a Chris Harris Jr. The Rook might actually get the assignment for Justin Jefferson. It could also be Mike Davis in coverage for him there. And maybe the Rook playing the slot or something like that. You never know. But that's pretty similar to what I think is going to happen in real life. While I'm summoning stuff, let's get a pick. Asante. Oh, yes, please. I don't know. We've been kind of calling it today, right? We called the Joey Bosa. We called the Mike Williams touchdown. I like that. Let's get a pick for Asante Samuel. It's been a couple of weeks since he's gotten an interception. But so far this season, he's got something like 4 interceptions on the year. Which, what do we are? We're in week 9. That's super solid for a rookie, man. That's almost unheard of for a rookie. Maybe if he can end out the season somewhere around 5, 6, 7 picks, they'll up his rating in Madden 23 like crazy, right? Insane. So you think this defense can be as good as the 2006-2010? It's hard to say. I think the potential, all the pieces are pretty much there, right? And I think the way you use those pieces in a Brandon Staley scheme could definitely unlock the potential of all these players. So you have to remember, in the past, our defensive coordinator, Gus Bradley, was putting players in positions where they maybe aren't at their best suited traits, right? He says, this is the coverage that I want to run. This is the scheme that I want to run. And this just so happens to be the player that's going to be playing that a particular position. Brandon Staley's completely different in the state that he's going to build his defense around the strengths of his players. So you're going to see a lot of Kenneth Murray doing what he did best back in college. You're going to see a lot of what Joey Bosa does well, mixing maybe even a little bit of coverage in there. You're going to see a lot of Uchenna Nwosu, maybe more creative blitz packages. It's going to be very efficient, I think, in the thinking of creating this scheme. And I think that's why the Chargers chose Staley over other candidates for head coach. Here comes Hitman Harry. And Hitman Harry is going to get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage there, maybe for like half a yard. 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. I'm benching Chris if he gets up a touchdown like that. Hey, man, that's Adam Thielen, though. Adam Thielen is a heck of a football player, dude. It's going to be a tough matchup in real life, too. Do you think this defense can be as good as... Yeah, that's where we already answered. Here comes Justin. Justin Herbert hits Mike Williams. Mike Williams having himself a day. Mike Williams, another first down, and the Chargers continue moving. 4:49 to play in the first half. Chargers with a 1-score lead. They can get at least a field goal here before going into the tunnel. That'd be very, very good for the Chargers going forward. But still, some time on the clock still. Chargers need to play this a little bit smart. Maybe tout on the ground a couple of times. Chew some of that clock away. Austin Eckler's out there. And it's going to be Mike Williams one more time, but he's going to pick up maybe a couple of yards only. It's going to be a 2nd and 6. Too bad Bears and Chargers don't play this year unless it's a Super Bowl. Herbert and Fields going to be helping are going to be helping run this league in the next 10 to 15 years. Yes, man. Yes, sir. I'm a big fan of Justin Fields. I'm hoping that he finds success out there in Chicago. Very excited time to be a Bears fan, I have to imagine. Justin Jackson's going to get the pass, but I think he's going to get tackled around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. Chargers need to convert here. Likely won't play much this year, though. Maybe not. Yeah, you're right. Director, I reserved Friday training camp. Niners joint practice in FanFest. Can't wait. Get excited, man. Get pumped. Super excited, man. That's awesome. GG's. Thoughts on Niners joint practice? I just can't wait to see Bosa's in the same area. If I was attending, oh my God, it's Joey. Oh my God, it's Nick. Oh my God, it's Joey Bosa. Do you think we'll play well versus the Chiefs offense since Gus did so well versus them? Do you think Staley could do well too? Yes, I think Staley is exactly the kind of mind that you need if you want to slow down the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think that was a big part of the decision to bring in a Brandon Staley too. We got to figure out these Chiefs, man. They're not going away anytime soon. And if a Staley can figure out how to slow them down, then I think that gives us one of our best shots to take them to maybe reclaim the AFC West. We got to slow down Patrick Mahomes. We got to figure that out. Chargers are not going to convert in a 3rd and 7. It was a pass to Jared Cook that's maybe a little bit underneath. And the Chargers are going to have to punt it away here. 2:23 left in the first half. They can't cover Mike Dubb. Mismatch, yes, sir. I hope to see Mike Dubb in real life pick up a big game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Gus was able to keep them at bay, but couldn't adjust when we really needed it. Gus Bradley, to me, was the reason why, at least to me, it felt like he could not slow them down, but he played a lot of prevent, right? So those huge plays that the Kansas City Chiefs were able to get, versus a lot of other opponents. Maybe not so much not as much versus the Chargers, because they played almost the whole game to not allow big plays, right? Which, okay, versus the Chiefs, maybe that's the good play. But he did that versus everybody. And what other teams did, even the Chiefs at a lot of points, was just they would take the yards. They would take whatever the Chargers gave them. A lot of dump-offs, a lot of underneaths. And no matter what, no matter how much success an opponent was having versus that, Gus Bradley would never change. So it came to a point where just like every team, like it was just conversions after like first down after first down. And there was no adjustments. There was no blitzing. There was nothing. It was just all prevent, right? I think that's why you didn't see as many big plays from Patrick Mahomes versus the Chargers defense. But you got to mix it up, man. You can do that, but you got to, send some heat every once in a while. You got to contain Patrick Mahomes. You got to play with a little more courage, in my opinion, when calling plays on defense. Joey Bosa almost gets home. And in coverage, looks like that was number 43, Mike Davis, able to get the stop there. Nice swat. Hey, Director, I know the answer is everything. What really needs to improve on special teams for us to be successful on special teams in 2021? Yeah, I think the Chargers tackling in special teams last year was atrocious. Remember how many plays got away from us because our guys just couldn't tackle? That's probably my biggest thing. Make sure everyone's got their assignment. Make sure everybody's wrapping their guy up. How do you think the Chargers are going to do this year on defense? Honestly, it's a huge question mark, right? I think the Chargers, before the 2021 season, people were expecting big things out of them because they were pretty efficient in the years prior. Lost Derwin James, lost Drew Tranquill, a lot of things happened, right? 4th and 1, nice. Chargers are going to get another shot here. I think they can come back in that form, dude. I think maybe they're the sleeping giant as far as defense this season, especially considering Brandon Staley and what he did with the Los Angeles Rams. All of a sudden, Brandon Staley's not just coming back to the Chargers defense. He's coming back to a Chargers defense with Derwin James back, Drew Tranquill, Joey Bosa, Nwosu could have a breakout year. I think the Chargers defense could be very underestimated, but we have to remember competition very stiff in the first half of the year, so maybe it's going to take him some time to really gel and get used to this new scheme that Staley is introducing in Los Angeles. Second string running back on the Vikings is a lifelong friend of mine, number 25. Can't wait for this game. Go Bolts. Nice, man. GG's. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's his name? I remember having him on my fantasy team last year, and he was really, really good. Oh, that's an interception. Justin Herbert tosses it in coverage, and that's Patrick Peterson grabbing an interception for the Minnesota Vikings. Pat Pete in coverage versus Mike Williams, and that's the Patrick Peterson of old that everybody fears, man. The turnover machine. Pat Pete's going to pick one off. And the Vikings are going to get another shot here to tie things up before half. Not a great play, but it's been a while since we've seen Justin Herbert toss an interception like that, man. But Patrick Peterson, I would expect to see more of him on Keenan Allen. In that instance, he's there on Mike Davis or Mike Williams, because honestly, Mike Williams has been the guy this week. And not a good play there. Not a good play there. Mike MacArthur coming in here with a $5 holla, says, keep up the great work, brother. I love what you're doing for the Chargers fans. Hey, thank you, man, so much. Thank you for showing up. I do this because people show up and people support the Chargers, and you guys support me. So thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $5 holla, and I will be here, man. I'll be here all week. I'll be here all season. I'll be here all year, man. Love bringing you guys together and love the support you guys show me. Really appreciate it, man. I hated Gus Bradley's defense since we brought him in for Bosa. The moment I knew he was trash was the 4th and 20. The entire back seven lineup, first touchdown stick. They got it. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of plays. There's a lot of plays that Gus Bradley's kind of exposed there. Reminds me of that play. Probably a tangent here, but remember that play? I don't even want to bring it up because it's so sad. One of the plays that made me the most upset, I think the Chargers versus Ravens. We had that game in the bag, and it was like a 4th and 20 something, right? And on a screen pass, Ray Rice took it all the way for like 20, 30 yards or something like that. Converts the first down. The Chargers end up losing that game. That was a tough one. You guys remember that game? That was a tough one, dude. Wow. Who knew we'd be talking to any Ray Rice in the chat today, man? You never know who's going to come up. Yeah, boo, boo. Been here for a year. Thank you so much, man. Can this offense be as big of a juggernaut as it was in LT and Rivers' era? I think it could be, but in different ways, right? I think we're never going to see another LaDainian Tomlinson. We might see another really, really good running back in the future. Austin Eckler, to me, is more of like a receiving back exclusive version of Darren Sproles, maybe mixed in a little bit with Michael Turner or something, if we're talking Chargers, ex-Chargers backs. It'll be a minute until the Chargers can do something like that again offensively. But Justin Herbert, I think the Chargers are shifting more to a vertical offense, and that's where they're going to be more unstoppable. So this might be something new to a lot of Chargers fans. Of course, we've seen a lot of, Vincent Jackson and Malcolm Floyd in the past. I would definitely compare it more to that going into the future. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, Donovan. This was Staley's defense last year, though he played by the Chargers 2021. Don would be the Bosa Floyd. Yeah, dude, we got all the pieces to really match what he was doing. We really, really do. But I think that even though that makes so much sense that they would be playing those same roles in Brandon Staley's defense, Brandon Staley, it might look very similar to that, but he's still going to put even more emphasis on the strengths of his players. Oh, another screenplay here. And there goes Dalvin Cook. The Vikings are driving, dude. Out of bounds, 51 seconds left, 18 yards to score. The Chargers defense needs to hold here, man. Hold at least to a field goal. Keep the Chargers in the lead before going in the tunnel. Favorite game was the Chargers versus the Colts in the playoffs when we squeaked that win. Yeah, dude. Eckler is more like former Chargers running back Terrell Fletcher. Yeah, I could see that too. I think more in my memory as a fan, he reminds me a lot of Darren Sproles in his scrappiness, like kind of a scat back. Justin Jefferson almost gets in, but also more in the sense of like in receiving. You know what I mean? Sproles was more like super, super shifty. More like playing against a guy like oiled up. He just couldn't. It was just all that. He's a super, super shifty guy. The Austin Eckler, he can be that, but he's also really good at breaking tackles. He's really good at like for his size, avoiding tackles and stuff like that. In that sense, it does remind me a little bit of Michael Turner. But he's very unique. Austin Eckler's Austin Eckler. Dalvin Cook's going to take it 2 yards, touchdown, Minnesota. And they're going to close that gap. The Chargers, the Vikings could be going into the tunnel tied. And the second half might get very interesting. Of course, if the Chargers continue the trend of weeks past, they're going to come out and this offense is going to be scary and unstoppable. But we've also seen games like versus Baltimore that it just couldn't get it going after the second quarter. So we have to wait and see. Billy Volek. Director, my man, what's up, homie? What's going on, Will Banks? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, dude, those Vikings. That interception by Patrick Peterson, that's going to be a guy we got to watch out. I mean, a lot of people are thinking Pat Pete is past his prime. I don't think so, man. I think he's definitely not as good as he was in the past, but I think an older Pat Pete is scarier than a lot of other DBs you'll find in the league. Give me 1 second here, bros. All right, we are back. Raptor asks, do you think the run defense will improve this year? As it's been a big problem. We remember that the Patriots game, we could not stop the run. I'm still concerned about it. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be real. I am concerned about it. I think the Chargers' defensive scheme will help in that area a little bit. But I think as far as personnel, we need to see Jerry Tillery step up, and we need to see Linval Joseph stay healthy. I was and still am hoping that the Chargers bring in a really big defensive tackle, because when you switch to nose tackle from 4-3 to 3-4, you need a huge guy in the middle. Linval Joseph is perfect for that. We have a guy. But I want to see a guy that would rotate in with him that's also really good. Even a guy temporarily like Snacks Harrison from the Detroit Lions, I'd like to see him come in on a short-term deal. Justin Herbert tosses it in the middle of the field, nothing. The Chargers want to score. Just to make sure that we've got somebody in there at all times that can handle that kind of workload. You know what I mean? I want a big boy in the middle. And I think Jerry Tillery could certainly help playing interior pass rush or that interior defensive end. But we're going to rely a lot on Kenneth Murray this season, I'll tell you that, to help us bottle up the run too. Justin Herbert's looking. He's going to fire it off, and that's Keenan Allen making a big play. He's inbounds, and the Chargers take an immediate timeout. Whoa! What universe am I living in? The Chargers, good clock management. Stop the presses. What's happening? What's happening? And the Chargers at the 45-yard line are going to have a chance to grab the lead with only 40 seconds in this possession to make something happen. Would you entertain Geno Atkins on short term? Absolutely. He just had a minor injury or something, and he's going to be taking visits here really soon. So, yeah, keep your eye out on that. I'd love Geno Atkins. Justin Herbert, he's going to toss it on the run, and that's Jared Cook. And Jared Cook takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Chargers might have a chance here to grab a touchdown before the second half. One timeout left, 13 yards, 21 seconds, and the Chargers, they were not happy giving up that touchdown, man. They said, we're going to go right back out there and pick up a touchdown, at least 3. We want the lead going into the half. We don't want Dalvin Cook making an appearance in the second half, and the Chargers are doing a good job right now in position to score. Justin Herbert's looking. He's going to toss it. Keenan Allen in the middle of the field. Take a timeout, Chargers. You have time for maybe 1 or 2 more plays before having to take that 3. You have to target somebody in the end zone right now. I know, more clock management. What universe is this? What reality am I living in right now? Derwin James all the way for Defensive Player of the Year. Absolutely, dude. At minimum, Comeback Player of the Year, Derwin James. About to make an appearance. Ooh, love to see Atkins on the team. Me too, man. Chargers, Keenan Allen is activated. Justin Herbert's going to sling it, and open was Jared Cook. But it's too far in front of him, 3rd and 5. Do you take a risk here and go for it? 13 seconds left. If you don't score here, you might be risking that 3 as well. You got to toss it into the end zone. It's got to be a quick pass here, Chargers. I'd say go for it. Go for it here. You got 13 seconds left. Time for one more play. Maybe they can grab 6 here before going into the tunnel. Justin Herbert. You got Keenan Allen activated. Keenan's open. Justin Herbert's looking. He's going to run, and he's going to pass. Oh, coming out of bounds. Oh. Austin Eckler catches, and apparently he's not in bounds. He's not in the end zone. Dang. Herbert, you could have run that in, dude. You could have run that in. We've seen that before. What game was that in the comment section? What game was that in the comment section? Justin Herbert had shot at running it in himself, tosses it at the last seconds. We've been here. We've seen this. He had a chance to. No, he had 7 in coverage. He wasn't going to be able to do that. 7 was right there. Patrick Peterson would have been able to stop him. Just very unfortunate that the Chargers or Austin Eckler coming out of the end zone does not count as a touchdown. Dang, dude, so close, so close. Well, guys, the Chargers, Minnesota Vikings going into the second half all tied up. You guys know what time it is. Get those Kiwi emotes ready. Here's a quick word from our sponsors, Manscaped. We'll see you guys back in 90 seconds. Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Well, you're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped have just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard right, 4.0. You guys remember back in the day we did that ad where we shaved the kiwi? There it is. Oh, God, wait, don't do that. I guarantee this cannot end well. Oh, God, no. This is my nightmare. Ah! Oh, my God, what are we doing? Let's catch a replay. Yeah, gruesome. That's the worst kind of penalty there is. No, Kiwi down. You hate to see it. All right, round 2. So far, so good. See, it looks like director likes it. Oh, Mrs. Director likes it too. Well, there's a plus. Well, that razor got even better. Compliment your summer bod with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going in at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code KIWI. This would make an awesome gift. Birthdays, Father's Day, who cares? Or even to yourself, man. Treat yourself a little bit. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use code KIWI at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code KIWI at manscaped.com. Escape the shrubs and weeds of the summer and shine with Manscaped. And we are back. Huge shout out to our sponsor, Manscaped. Remember, code KIWI for free shipping and 20% off. Before we get back into football, guys, as a reminder, we got a giveaway going on right now. All of my subscribers, get ready for this. Item number 1 that we're giving away is a signed Joey Bosa football. All you guys got to do to enter for this giveaway is hit up the link in the description. Follow the instructions there. Super simple to enter. And again, these are tokens of appreciation to you guys. Thank you so much for all you do. Again, all you got to do is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Only subs can win, and follow that link in the description. Sign Joey Bosa ball up for grabs. And for all you channel members of my crew, we have a separate giveaway just for you guys. We got a signed Antonio Gates jersey in the house. Antonio Gates signed the GOATs. Hall of Famer, Antonio Gates. This is to all my channel members. Huge shout out and thank you to you guys. You honestly, dudes, guys, you keep the channel going during the off season. In particular, it's tough running a channel, an NFL themed channel in the off season. You guys keep the lights on around here. So guys, thank you so much. Here is my token of appreciation to in that front right there. All you got to do to enter for this jersey is be a member of my crew. We'll draw a name randomly in there, guys. Thank you again so much for all you guys do. We'll be seeing another giveaway closer to kickoff. You guys will be very excited for as well. And with that, let's get back. The Chargers versus Minnesota Vikings. We are all tied up, and the Chargers are going to need to hone in on some offensive, explosive plays to overcome the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, that defense has been pretty good. The Chargers defense has been pretty good too, but all tied up 14s going into the second half. We're going to need some momentum. The Vikings are going to be receiving. This is the point where I'm hoping the Chargers defense can really hold strong. We really need to keep Dalvin Cook from gaining any momentum. The moment Dalvin Cook starts gaining momentum, the moment the Chargers defense might find itself in a bad situation. So Dalvin Cook, name of the game is slowing him down. Anything past that, the Chargers need to find some momentum of their own on offense as well. They're going to return it here to the 24-yard line. We are back to football action. It makes me so freaking happy looking at the comment section, looking at the chat, seeing all the Kiwis. Johnny Tran actually found a freaking razor. I think even the same color next to the Kiwis. You guys rock. Thank you so much again for supporting us in the ads, in the sponsorships. So cool to see us have ourselves a nice sponsor going into the season with Manscaped. How do you feel about Pat Mahomes said about Justin Herbert? We went over a lot of that last week. Super funny, dude. Again, he kind of ate his own words in the end there, and it kind of tells me maybe he's in his head a little bit. The Vikings, 1st and 10. First drive for them on offense. Dalvin Cook's looking ready to tout the rock. The Chargers need to slow him down, and that they do with that Derwin James stop. Only allows maybe 3 or 4 yards. Still a nice gain by him, but still could have been a lot worse. Derwin James comes in there and saves the play. Preseason is in a good 3 weeks or so. Yeah, dude, preseason. I'm starting to look at NFL packages and stuff right now. We're in that part of the year. Thinking about fantasy football. It's just around the corner, man. Football is almost here. Director, are we picking up any new players before the start of the season? I would expect more depth. Maybe some more help on the defensive line. Dalvin Cook is going to pick up close to another first down right there. I think it's going to be a 3rd and short for the Vikings. This is what I was worried about, guys. Dalvin Cook, got to slow him down. You got to fill that box a little bit more. Play people closer to the line of scrimmage. Stop them right here. And I think the Chargers are in a good position, but still, it's going to be tough. Dalvin Cook in a short yard situation. This is exactly where he thrives. Love it, guys. Love the Kiwis. Put an article, the Chargers may go after Xavier Howard. Your takes. I did do a video on this already. Oh, Dalvin Cook. Did he get there? It might be a 3rd and inches, 4th and inches. It is a 4th and inches. Do they go for it? If I'm the Vikings, I'm at least thinking about it. You got Dalvin Cook out there, but if they punt it away here, the Chargers on a quick score could slow down Dalvin Cook dramatically on their next offensive drive. And did somebody say fantasy? Yes, I said fantasy, bro. Fantasy. Oh, so excited. I think our league has been running over 10 years now, and I've won the championship about 3 times. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for another one. Is Odeabushi a big upgrade over Trey Turner? Yeah, especially given the version of Trey Turner we got last season. I think Odeabushi will be a big improvement over that. But still, you never know. I expect to see a cat battle between him and Hymus coming up in training camp. Here we go, guys. The Chargers are going to receive here. We're starting at the 24-yard line just like the Minnesota Vikings did. And here comes Justin Herbert. 245, a touchdown, and a pick. But 245 yards, 19 completions. Huge numbers for Justin Herbert coming into the second half of the game. Director, what is the Chargers' record in your Madden? In this simulation series, the Chargers are currently 4-4. And the Chargers have found a lot of momentum in the last couple of weeks. But again, this is another tough opponent for the Chargers. That offense is pretty scary. The defense has a lot of pieces back that are definitely scary as well, but the Chargers holding their own so far. Justin Jackson's going to take it down to the 29-yard line, a solid gain of 4. What sort of, Kaisi, do you like fantasy football do I play? I play, we're in half-point PPR. This is our first year, though, this season that we are playing keeper league. I think we're going to start with 2 keepers. And then maybe add another one next year and keep it at 3 keepers next season. Very excited. We got a play action. And, ooh, Keenan Allen's going to fumble it. The Chargers. Austin Eckler ran right past it. Look at this. Keenan Allen fumbles. Hitman Harry forces the fumble. Ball's loose. And Austin Eckler ran right past the ball. Oh, not good, dudes. The Vikings are going to start here past midfield. The 40-yard lines where they're starting their drive. Not good, not good. Big play by the Minnesota Vikings defense. 2 turnovers. The Chargers need a turnover of their own. Hopefully starting here. The Chargers have been pretty good past several weeks in causing turnovers. We need another one very soon here. The Minnesota Vikings threatening to take the lead here. We got a $5 holiday coming in right after this play. Kirk Cousins going to hand it off to Dalvin Cook, and Cook is going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. Not good, man. Keenan Allen, big hit. Big hit man Harry coming in there to force the turnover. Dylan Bully says, yo, did you hear Melvin Ingram got signed to the Steelers? Any thoughts? Bolt up, baby. Thank you so much for the $5 holiday there, my friend. Yes, Melvin Ingram to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're hoping him the best. We're wishing him the best. He's going to be missed. But again, we face the Steelers. Actually, I can give you guys a week here. We face the Steelers in week 11. So I'm hoping to see the Chargers keep Melvin at bay. Kind of sucks, honestly, one of my favorite players, especially personality-wise. on the Chargers for very many seasons. But we do wish him the best out there in Pittsburgh. It's going to be crazy. Thank you so much for the $5 holla, man. Appreciate it. Don't worry, Asante pick coming soon. Yes, please. Yes, please. 3rd and 6. It's going to be short, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Chargers, 4th and 6, are able to stop the Minnesota Vikings on that turnover. 36-yard line. They can certainly go for the 3 here. Take the lead. That's a pretty long field goal for Madden. Hopefully we see a punt here, and the Chargers can get right back on offense after an unfortunate turnover there. It is a field goal attempt. It's going to be from the 44-yard line. It's up. And it bounces off the crossbar. No good. The Chargers are going to get the ball here at the 36-yard line. No good. We knew that was a little tough for the Madden sim, and it does not convert there. The Chargers offense comes right back. A fortunate turn of events for us there after an unfortunate turnover by Keenan Allen on the fumble. But again, that's a matchup right there where it's going to happen. Hitman Harry is going to cause some fumbles, and unfortunately for Keenan Allen, it showed up there. Lucky for the Chargers, they're getting the ball right back here. 43-yard line, excuse me. Chargers offense are right back on offense. Cody Parkey moment. That's a dunk. That's a dink moment right there, man. Of director. If we start the season 4-0, what does your record end up being? If we start the season 4-0, I think the Chargers are good for at least 12 wins. Not even kidding, dudes. Could be a 14-3 season, I think, with the new record there. 14-3 season for the Chargers if we do start 4-0. Those opponents in the early part of that window, huge. We can start with good momentum there. Chargers might be one of the surprise teams with a really strong record going into the playoffs. Doinker. That's a first down by Keenan Allen, redeeming himself after that fumble with a first down. Nice play by Herbert and Allen. I think that's Jefferson out there in the backfield. Here we go. And that's going to be Jared Cook. He's going to pick up maybe 6 or 7 yards. Ender's Game says I'm a Vikings fan who will win Super Bowl 56. I know it. It's up for grabs, isn't it? And the Chargers, we're coming. We're growing. We're charging. It's going to be crazy, man. A lot of teams looking up-and-comers over the next couple of seasons. I think the Chargers are one you got to pay attention to, but it's up for grabs. I think a 3-3 start is reasonable. Me too. I would say don't freak out if you're a Chargers fan in the early window of this season. Things do soften up quite a bit, as we do see Austin Eckler, or Justin Jackson, I should say, take it all the way to the 30-yard line. That's another conversion there. The Chargers are driving. They can take the lead here. As I was saying, don't freak out if you're a Chargers fan and we end up 3-3 in the first 6 games. The schedule does soften up quite a bit by midseason. Very, very tough first window opponents in the first 6 weeks. So 3-3 would be very reasonable in the first 6 games. However, if the Chargers do anything better than that, I'd say a 4-2. We're looking pretty good going into the second half of the year. What do you think about the Chargers run game? Very interesting situation. Actually kind of symbolic to what we did in this actual simulation. The Chargers, very weak run game going into like week 4 or 5 until we decided let's put Justin Jackson in at running back 1, keep Austin Eckler out there as a receiving back. After we decided to do that, the Chargers run game actually very, very strong. Justin Jackson has been having a heck of a start here with the Chargers once he got the role. And I think that does speak a little bit to what the Chargers need to do in real life. They need to find a nice running back to complement Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, one of the best to do anything when it comes to the receiving game from the halfback position. But if you can grab a nice back to complement him, I think that could definitely help the Chargers offense. As Austin Eckler is going to get the ball here. His ears were burning. It's going to be a 3rd and short. So who knows? I think if the Chargers and Justin Jackson can stay healthy, we've already got that back. If I'm the Chargers, though, I am thinking about maybe bringing in another guy. You never know. If we do, though, that means for certain one of our guys is going to get cut from the team, whether it be not Roundtree because he's a rookie, but Kelly, maybe even Justin Jackson. You never know. The only question mark around Justin Jackson is his health. Chargers looking for the conversion here. It's Jared Cook on a short reception there. Justin Herbert getting close to 300 yards this game. Jared Cook, 6 receptions. That's another first down, and the Chargers need 13 to score. If Chargers win the Super Bowl this season, I can die happy. All I've ever wanted to see is win at least one. Yes, sir. Me too, dudes. I think all Chargers fans have been waiting. I've got Chargers friends that were there for the Super Bowl in '94, I believe, versus the San Francisco 49ers. As great as that team was, man, that Niners squad was a historic unit. It had to have been really tough watching that. After that, we have to wait and see. Chargers have been waiting for another opportunity to have a playoff caliber team make it to the Super Bowl. Of course, the Chargers almost did so in the mid-2000s. Maybe we'll see that again coming up soon. That's what I'm counting on. Start 2-0. Get statement win at the Chiefs. Beat the Raiders Monday night. Playing headed into the game versus the Browns. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That's a lot of tough opponents in the first early window there. Jackson's gonna roll forward for a couple more yards. 3rd and 3. We're right back here. 3rd and short. Chargers need a conversion here to hope for a touchdown, or even start targeting the end zone here. That might throw them off a little bit. Here you go. Sobbed uncontrollably when lost Super Bowl 29. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people remember that, and I think it's time the Chargers bring it back. Time for the Chargers to bring it back, and I think Justin Herbert is going to be the guy to help make that happen. Whole new era of Chargers fans coming together with the old era of Chargers fans. I think it's time. I think they deserve it. Chargers looking for the end zone, and touchdown Chargers. That's Josh Palmer. Josh Palmtrees, number 5, gets his 2nd touchdown of his rookie season. And the Chargers do take the lead here, 21-14, pending extra point. Let's go, Chargers. Josh Palmer, the rookie, does it again. And he's having himself a fantastic first season in his NFL career. Let's see those palm trees in the comment section, man. Josh Palmer, 2nd touchdown of his career. Let's go. Lost Gates, it was Rivers, torn ACL, so unlucky. Yeah, dude, crazy year. Josh Palmer. You listen to the Locked On Chargers, the peeps from Chargers Domination. Locked On yes, I think so, yes. I just did an interview with Chargers Chat. I probably should talk to those guys too. It'd be kind of cool. Let's go, Josh Palmer. JP5, I love it. In my brain, in my nerd brain, I read that as Jurassic Park 5. JP5 is jet fuel, baby. Let's go. What do the Chargers need to improve on this season? I think turnover is probably the biggest one. We need to help that turnover ratio. The Chargers in the sim have been doing a good job. But in real life, the Chargers, in blitzing, we need to blitz more, and we need to cause more turnovers. I think that's the biggest thing. Offense, I'm not too worried about. Got to improve the run game a little bit. Protection should be vastly improved this season. But yeah, the Chargers are on a good line to continue improving here. The Chargers are going to force a turnover on special teams. What were we just saying? Drew Tranquill. Turnover on special teams. That we are summoning all the powers of the universe today, guys. What are the odds? We got a turnover, loose ball. Number 44 in there with that caused the forced fumble. Who is that? Number 44, Whites. Oh my God! And Drew Tranquill picks it up. The Chargers are going to get the ball at the 23-yard line. The tranquilizer. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. The special teams did something. That's what I'm saying. What universe do we live in right now? Holy cow. And the Chargers are right back at it, man. Threatening to score one more time. This is one of the biggest turnovers of the season. Going up by 2 scores here would be huge to close out this game. Jared Cook, one more time. 10-yard line. The Chargers are threatening all over again. Oh my God, dudes. Justin Herbert, 309, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Having himself a crazy good game today, too. Jared Cook has been called upon a lot this week, too. I think that was his 8th reception, maybe his 7th. Holy cow. Are you hacking? Are we hacking the universe? The powers of the universe combined? How crazy. Kazir White forces the fumble, picked up by Drew Tranquill, and the Chargers 10 yards to score again, and it's going to be Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen takes it in. Touchdown, Chargers. And this game, dude, turned over on its head, what, in the last 3 minutes of play? Holy cow. Let's go, Bolts. 13s in the chat. I would also say 44s in the chat for our guy, Kazir White. Forces the fumble, puts the Chargers back in scoring position, and the Chargers offense capitalizes. 13s and 44s in the chat. Let's go, baby. Holy cow. Let's go. Are you getting Madden 22? People don't like it. I'm going to get Madden because it's all there is. No, I like Madden. I think there's a lot of things they could do to improve it, but yes, I have pre-ordered Madden 22. We're here for the content, right? We're here for the content. And I think this is the first year they're doing anything with franchise, and that gets me a little bit excited. I got to play it a little bit early on the beta, and so far I like what I see. A lot more needs to happen, but it's a good start. 44 sitting on 44s. Let's go! Mike Zimmer is pissed. Yes, he is, dude. Michael Myers says, how do you think the coach is going to do the year, or what game is going to be a tough this season? Don't quite understand the question, but I think the coach in his first season, a lot of people, the narrative behind a coach in their first years, it's not going to be that good because they're still learning things. I think Brandon Staley might be a little bit different because the Chargers, last season, coaching-wise, one of their poorest, one of their weaknesses, one of their poor suits last season. Very bad. I think Brandon Staley, if he can come in and just improve even a little bit, it's going to be a really good season for the Chargers. And I think he's going to improve this coaching staff a lot. Let's go. Should we sign AP? That's a big question, dude. I thought about it. I don't know if we should, because again, he's so much older, but it's Adrian Peterson, right? He's an ageless wonder, right? Him and Frank Gore. He might be that complimentary back that we need to Austin Eckler. Short yard situations, big dude. Honestly, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. But I think there's better options out there still. Crazy, right? Crazy. We're still talking about Adrian Peterson here in 2021. Here comes Dalvin Cook. Picks up a nice 8 or 9 yards. Or I should say 6 yards. Thought it was a lot more than that. 2nd and 4 for the Vikings. The Chargers have a 2-score lead. 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. This game isn't over yet, but the Chargers have certainly flipped the score on its head. 2 scores back-to-back within maybe 3 minutes of play, and the Vikings are going to be fighting an uphill battle. This should help limit a Dalvin Cook and his involvement in their offense going forward here. What do you think? Who do you think should move up on the roster? Again, I'm hoping for Josh Palmer, but you never know. Play action. Cousins is looking. He's going to fire it off underneath, and wrapped up. That's going to be Mike Davis and Chris Harris Jr. on the stop. Gain of 1, and the Vikings are in a 3rd and 3 situation. Yeah, AP's 14th season coming up, and there's still teams thinking about adding him to the roster. Crazy times we live in. What do you think we should move? Yeah. These uniforms are sick. Yes, man, they are. We're going back to the sunshine pants. Here comes the outside play. Thielen's in the area. Overthrown, and the Chargers have forced another 4th down here. What are the Vikings going to do? Still 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. They could go for it here. If I'm them, maybe I think about punting, though. They are going to punt. Could be a fake. Chargers will get another shot here to maybe start chewing some clock. It is a punt. And receiving, I think that's Reed. Reed's going to take it down to the 29-yard line, and now it's time for the Chargers. Start grinding a little bit of clock, maybe score one more time, and take away any sort of potential comeback from the Minnesota Vikings. I'd love to see Herbert beat down on the Chiefs early in that win. I know all of us would, man. That would be such a statement win in the early portion of that schedule. All of a sudden, the narrative around the Chargers would be vastly different going into the rest of the year. Don't understand the statement there, my man.
Pick up the phone.
Here come the Chargers back on offense. Justin Herbert looking for the open man. It's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen right after a touchdown comes right back and says, hey, give it back. I want another first down. 102 yards and a touchdown for Keenan Allen this game. What's your thoughts on Webb? Interesting. I think the coaching staff had something to say about the potential of Mark Webb in his rookie season and going forward. I think it's kind of a wait and see sort of thing, right? Excited to see what he can do. Rivers, Thomas, and Gates all serious to get her in the play. Yeah, dude, I know. But the new Chargers, hopefully change is in the wind, and it can help the Chargers going forward in those situations. How long have I been a Chargers fan? Close to 15 years now. Wow, we're getting there. I think 13 years on the dot. I think 13 years at this point. Here come the Chargers, 2nd and 2. I think that was another Mike Williams play right there. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Jared Cook, Josh Palmer, all the receivers, even Austin Eckler. on the receiving level. All receivers getting involved in this game, and that's something you like to see. Your quarterback spreading the love around, keeping the offense unpredictable. Speaking of which, here comes Austin Eckler, picks up maybe a yard. It's going to be a 3rd and very short. Xavier Howard for Chris Harris and some picks. Would you pull the trigger? Yeah, I would. Xavier Howard could honestly be the best cornerback in the league this year. You never know. Double-digit interceptions. Are you kidding me? In 2020, I would certainly do what it takes to get Xavier Howard on the team. However, his price tag is going to be pretty huge. I know he wants to get traded in order to get a bigger contract. Justin Herbert's looking all day. He's going to finally toss it, and that's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, the 20-yard line. The Chargers are in scoring position yet again. Keenan Allen back in the zone. A field goal here would make 3-score lead. Touchdown would be even more lethal, and the Minnesota Vikings getting kicked in the teeth right now, man. To think this game was tied up at halftime, it all came down to 2 scores within 3 minutes. The Chargers' turnover could not have come at a better time here in the second half, and the trend continues. The Chargers maybe struggling a little bit in the first half, come back in the second half with something to prove, and are absolutely unstoppable offensively and defensively. Here comes Justin Herbert one more time, looking for the open target. He's looking, he's running, he's looking, he's running, and he's going to toss it at the last second. That's Josh Palmer. One more time, Josh Palmer. Then at the 2-yard line, 3rd reception, one of them for a score. Palmer, the ultimate chain mover, almost gets into the end zone one more time. Do you think we could afford Howard? We certainly could afford Howard. But we got to, I think, honestly, to me, it makes all the sense in the world. If you guys want more of a detailed look on that, definitely check out my video. I put it out like weeks ago. I think it's just now surfacing in like the Chargers topics or whatever, the trending topics for Chargers fans. Weeks ago, I put this video out about Xavier Howard coming to the Chargers, and I think it's ultimately a great decision if the Chargers decide to do so. Justin Jackson. This is why we put you at RB1, my friend. In a short yardage situation, Jackson's able to plow his way through that defensive line. That is another touchdown, Chargers, and I think this one has just gotten away from the Minnesota Vikings. This game, down to the wire in the second half, I should say in the first half, tied up. The Chargers couldn't move the ball so well. The Vikings were starting to gain some momentum offensively. All of a sudden, in one 3-minute span in this game, the Chargers able to force a turnover after scoring a touchdown. All the momentum shifts over to them. Justin Jackson turns this into a 3-score lead for the Chargers, and this one's looking good for the Bolts heading now. Dude, what a crazy, crazy shift in momentum we just witnessed. Absolutely insane. Let's see 22s in the chat. You got to get your tutty there, Justin Jackson. You got to get your tutty. Herbert on the move is what is working. Director, if we get Howard, would I do Chris Harris a 2nd and a 4th? Something for him? I think in the end, if you add Chris Harris, then yeah, you could probably say a 2nd and 4th would work. If we don't, which I wouldn't want to give up Chris Harris if we don't have to. He's a great player. If we don't include a player like that, I think it's definitely a 1st. But in the window that we're in with the Chargers, I would have to consider it. Honestly, you'd really have to consider giving up a 1st for a guy like Xavier Howard. Because I think the biggest argument here is that the Chargers, more than likely next season, if Chris Harris is gone, because Chris Harris is on a rookie contract, right? Give me 1 second. I just heard something outside. Give me 1 sec. Spooky. Did you guys hear that in the mic? We had a huge lightning strike, pretty near the house. Bam! I was like, whoa. Spooky. Hey, if the stream cuts off, it's because we got bad weather going on right now. That was crazy. Woo! Probably just the lightning striking right now as we talk about the Chargers and the offense and the defense, everything sinking in this particular. We've summoned the lightning gods, right? Woo! That got me. Heart was racing for a second there. We hope JJ stays healthy this year. Yeah. Sorry, to wrap up what I was saying about Xavier Howard, more than likely next season, the Chargers are going to be looking to draft a corner, right? With Chris Harris leaving, we got the second year of Asante Samuel in 2023 or 2022. The Chargers are going to need another corner. I think it's pretty evident. If we trade away that first round pick, can we get Xavier Howard? Arguably one of the best corners in the league. I think, you know, you're doing a good thing right there. You're building the roster in the way that needed to be built anyway, and you're getting immediate results. And the reason why you want immediate results right now is because in this window of Justin Herbert's rookie contract, in this window of opportunity to make the playoffs, to make the Super Bowl, you need big players like that. So I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I know a lot of people are against it. He's going to be expensive. It's going to cost capital. It's going to cost, you know, cap room and stuff like that. But I think, what are you saving it for, right? I think you want to make a move, and you want to make a move soon. You want to make a playoff push and a Super Bowl push soon. So I'm all about it. A lot of people may disagree, but that's me. You heard something? Yeah, crazy, huh? Can't hear lightning, but you can hear thunder. Oh, I got a big dumb moment. It's just nature saying bolt up. That's the way I was feeling, dude. That's what I heard in my head, too. It was just, we're coming in here. We're thumping the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to get a sound of thunder in the background. I wonder if the football god's going to give mercy this year on health. I hope so, too, man. It's been a tough go at it for the Chargers for years. Cousins going to sling it up in the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Another interception, another turnover by the Chargers defense, and that's Nasir Adderley. 24 is in the chat. Nasir Adderley. Back at it again. Another pick. I think this is the second this season, maybe third. Nasir Adderley being put in a nice position there to make a play. That's what he was known for when the Chargers drafted him second, or in the second round a couple seasons ago, making plays like that. Hopefully he's put in better positions to do so in Brandon Staley's defense this year. 24 is in the chat, and we got ourselves a nice position here again to start chewing some clock. 35-14, still an entire quarter of football to go. Wowzers. There's thunder in the sky, cheering for the Chargers. It's a good sign. It's a good vibe. Not Asante, but we did it. Yes, sir, we did it. Here comes Jackson. Couple yards there. 56 and a tutty for Jackson. Good day for him. And the Chargers can start grinding some clock away there. Nass is going to have a big year, I feel. I definitely think he's going to be way more involved this season. Director, would Howard situation be like Orlando Brown Jr. thing? Would I rather a proven talent but expensive player or a gamble on a cheap player in the draft? I think specifically at the position of defensive back, you want somebody with a lot of experience and a lot of success. And I think in the situation that he'd be put in with the Chargers DB core would be going from something pretty decent to something pretty freaking lethal. Let's see if we can get the game back here, guys. Come on, weather. Don't cut this stream short. There we go. We got another $4 holla coming in from Trevor Entering. We'll get to that in just one moment. Right after this play, to wrap up what I was saying, though, again, Xavier Howard, you know what he is. Even if you get the best prospect at corner next season in the draft, you're not going to know what he is. What was the most recent example of that? By the Detroit Lions. What was his name again? That's the problem. He should have had a big season. He did not. He did not. And by trading away your first round pick, even if it's, you know, for a cornerback, I think that's a good move. I think particularly for the Chargers, because that's probably what they'd be drafting next year anyway, that's a good move. The only argument I could make is that if there's a really good talent around the position that we're drafting at, like right tackle, edge would be a pretty big one. If Chinna Nwosu doesn't have a big year, or even defensive tackle, you never know. The Chargers 3-point isn't going to convert. The Vikings are going to get another shot at it. Let's take a look at that $4 holla coming in from Trevor. Trevor says, Madden 22 Ultimate Team Series, you versus the Bolt fam. I could see that happening, man. I got some things in the works. For Madden in particular, and for the that other channel that we started a little ways back, right? I've been kind of biding my time, figuring how I want to present that channel. I think a big change is coming. Matter of fact, I don't know how many people are watching this right now. Well, we got like 200 people in here. What do you guys think of this? And this is something I've talked to my wife about. I've talked to a couple of people about. We might see a rebrand come in soon from Director Mutt to Director Plays. And I feel like for a while, we're just going to focus on Madden, right? Keep things thematically similar. As the Chargers almost get another turnover. And then maybe just introduce a couple other things that I like to play. Give us an opportunity. You guys, maybe like one of my favorite games is Apex Legends, right? So what would you guys feel like me coming in playing some Apex Legends? And during which, just just more opportunities. You guys could ask questions about the Chargers. If you're an Apex Legends fan, you can comment on that. You can comment on Madden, whatever. Just more opportunities to get everybody in the same room. Oh, Kenneth Murray. K9 almost in there with another pick, back-to-back plays. And that's another breakup. Kenneth Murray looking solid in coverage again. Woo! Almost another turnover right there for the Chargers. Jeff Okudah. That was his name. Thank you so much, Blake. Jeff Okudah. Should have had a big year. He kind of got phased out. He didn't have a great rookie season. So would you rather get a Jeff Okudah with all the potential in the world or a sure thing in Xavier Howard? It's going to be a underneath pass there by Kirk Cousins. They're going to get the first down. Couple of big things here in the chat, guys. Here we go. First off, Jeremy Lavornia. Thank you so much for joining the crew, my friend. Welcome. You are now entered to win that Antonio Gates jersey that we're giving away to the crew. Thank you so much for the support on that front, my friend. NV Talent coming in here says, just for a great show. Thanks, director. Glad I came across you. Bless the algorithm. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support there, Envy. Love seeing the name in the chat every time we log in. Thank you so much for the $5 holla. And finally, we got Williams Escobar. Says, let's go, Bolts. Chargers can't wait for this year. Me too, man. Me too. Chargers football just around the corner. We got preseason just weeks away. Training camp just days away. Can you smell it in the air? Chargers football is around the corner. Let's freaking go. Guys, everybody, oh crap, we got all this support in the channel all of a sudden. Thank you everybody so much showing up, showing love. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, dudes. Y'all are the real ones. Real says, I'm not a big Apex fan, but I'll watch it. Nice, man. Hey, man. I appreciate the support anyway. Should be a good time, dudes. I just like, my wife was like, dude, you play like other games so much more than Madden. Why would you do Madden? I was like, because I still love, I have a 10-year, 15-year? Before, yeah. 10 or 15-year relationship with Madden. I know the game inside and out. And I love the game because it's the closest I can get to the Chargers in the video game universe. But why not? Why not mix in some of the other things that I enjoy? Maybe we'll find some more people that like the Chargers, like the content. Just give us some more opportunities to get in the same room and talk. We got a $10 holla. Ooh, coming in from Jeremy Livornia saying, I will win that jersey. Keep doing big things, director. You, Jeremy, thank you so much, man. Appreciate all the love. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the support. Good luck to everybody winning the jersey. You guys, are you excited now? Just wait until you see the giveaways that we're going to be announcing here in the future. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the love there. Here comes Cook, Dalvin Cook, X Factor activated. That's not good, but still a pretty tall order for the Minnesota Vikings at this point. Pretty tall order there. I don't know if they can come back from that. Browns football is here. Hey, man, we host all sorts of fans here. Good luck to you guys until you play us. In what, week 5 or something like that, until you play us. Jonathan Gooch. We'll get to that in just 1 second. Here comes the Vikings, 2nd and goal, looking for the open man, and it's going to be a touchdown. Is that another one for Adam Thielen? Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the day. The Vikings close the gap just a little bit, but it's still a 2-score lead. Can they close it in the last 10 minutes? Tall order that the Chargers do let up one more. It's going to be 21-35. We got one coming in from John Gooch. $10 holla. Guys, thank you so much. Dude, you guys freaking rock, man. Appreciate all the love. John, I didn't see a message with that. I'll keep an eye out for your next one. We'll read it out loud. Thank you so much for all the support there, brother. Appreciate all the love from everybody in the Sim Sunday Monday edition coming in today. Michael loves Apex. Hey there, man. There you go. I'll tell you right now. I'll ask you, actually, before I answer. Who is your main? Who is your main in Apex Legends? If you guys are a fan of the game, type your main in the chat. Bangalore the best. Oh, some people I could work with Bangalore. One of my buddies runs Bangalore. I like running crypto, and we got this nice little strat going. Hit a little smoke. He tells me when he's gonna hit smoke. I'm like, okay, man, I'm coming out here with the drone. We are the only ones that can see through it. It's pretty sick. I like it. Bangalore, nice. A lot of people like Bangalore. That's cool, man. I'll flip you a $2 bill for the jersey. I'm sure you would. I'd rather trade a 5th-round pick and Michael Badgley for Harrison Butker. I don't know if I'm the Chiefs, dude. I'm not getting rid of Harrison Butker for anything, dude. He's a big reason why they won a lot of games last season, including the one versus us in week 2. If it weren't for Harrison Butker, we would have won that game. Almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed, man. GG's. GG's. Hey, director, who plays the role of Jordan Fuller for the Chargers? Adderley, Gilman, Webb, or Staley, and Staley's defense? I think you can see a mix of maybe all of them depending on situation, but I think the main guy that you're going to see is going to be Adderley, in my opinion. We got another $10 holla coming in here from F-Fon Man 5555. Thank you so much, man, for the love. He gives us a thumbs up. I'm pretty sure that's a hippo. All of a sudden, I'm a fan of hippos. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love in here. We'll keep an eye out in the chat for more comments. You guys rock today, man. Thank you so much for all the support. Justin Herbert and the Chargers looking for the open man. It's going to be Mike Williams. That's close to another first down. Almost 400 yards for Justin Herbert. 10 minutes left to play in the fourth. Oh, this is exciting. We actually do have some Apex fans in the chat. We got Jose. Since everyone knows Octane is the best, he is. I would say right now he's awesome. Haven't played Apex in a minute. It's been good lately, man. I hadn't played until Season 8. I have been enjoying myself like quite a bit. John Gooch likes Lifeline. You're one of those players that deserves all the respect right there, man. Lifeline mains do not get enough respect. Austin Eckler's going to get wrapped up by Pat Pete. It's going to be a 3rd and 2. Valkyrie or Octane? Yeah, Michael. You know, honestly, I got some Boba Fett vibes from Valkyrie when she first came in last season. I think I got something like 700 kills on her right now. I like that. That's one of my favorite right there, too. Here comes Justin Jackson. He's going to get wrapped up. The Vikings are going to are able to get a stop right here. Chargers at the 34-yard line. We'll see what they decide to do on 4th and 1. Trenton says, long-time Chargers fan since 79. The year they went and beat the Steel Curtain 28-7 and the Rams 44-14. Only to lose to the Houston Oilers without their starting quarterback and Earl Campbell. Oof. But you know what, dude? The fact that we got this kind of history in the chat, because I'm sure you know that I'm a newer Chargers fan as far in that perspective, right? I've been a Chargers fan 12, 13 years, maybe a little bit more. And getting to hear the perspective of what it was like back then, really, really cool to see every generation of fan come into the chat. So thank you so much for sharing that, though, man. I know probably a tough time back then in some situations, but, man, you got to witness some of the greatest Chargers of all time. And still today, the new ones entering the fold. Really cool to hear that perspective, man. Thank you. Badgley stole Koo's shoes. That got me, dudes. Who doesn't know about that right now? Young Wei Koo. Of course, terrible situation. His Jeep was stolen. You never touch another man's Jeep, man. That's against the law. And against a lot of moral law, too. I'll say that. The Jeep is a sacred vehicle. His shoes. That's the thing he's most upset about. His shoes were in his Jeep. And he says, man, keep the Jeep. Just bring back my cleats. Badgley stole them. Get some of those, that mojo from the Badgley or the Young Wei Koo cleats. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it. Linval revenge game, just realized. Yeah, Linval Joseph, man. This is the one. This is the one. I'm even newer. Only started paying attention to football in 2018. Hey, man, all good. All era of Charger fan. Get ready for some excitement as Justin Herbert continues his campaign after an Offensive Rookie of the Year season. Dalvin Cook's going to pick up a nice first down there. Vikings, 8:14 left to play. Down 2 scores. Anything could happen, but the Chargers defense needs to step up here. Do you think our special teams unit is going to take a jump this season? Darius Swinton, right? He looks like a pretty sharp dude, and I think the Chargers did grab a lot of players to help that side of the ball. So, yeah, I think it's going to improve this season. That's going to be a short RPO. That's Justin Jefferson with the first down. They're going to cross the 50. We lost Ingram to the Steelers today. Yeah, we saw. Wish him the best. Chevy likes Mirage. Yeah, Mirage in Apex Legends drives me nuts, dude, because I always fall for it. Forget you, director. I robbed by gun in a Jeep. I don't trust a date. Oh, dude. I mean, I've gotten in some fights in my Jeep, but I don't know if it had anything to do with my Jeep. That's crazy, though. That's scary. Hey, director, does Brandon Faison, Tevin Campbell, Ryan Smith make the 53-man roster? I imagine that they do. I remember them saying Brendan Faison was starting to turn some heads at camp or something like that. Brandon Staley liked him a lot. They signed Brandon Smith for a reason. I think Campbell's going to be solid too. They like those tall, fast DBs, so I think they're going to make the roster. Joey Bosa, so close several times this game, almost gets home. It's going to be a 3rd and long for the Minnesota Vikings. Wish time travel is a thing. We can go witness 63 Chargers winning the AFL championship. Yeah, dude, how crazy would that be? I was a Donkey fan at 7, became a Charger in 2017. Hey, man, out of the grips of darkness, you found the light. Welcome to the fold. Another screenplay, and Kenneth Murray, ooh, just about murders that man. Get down, Dalvin. Kenneth Murray, the canine, is here. Holy cow, big play by Kenneth Murray. On the line of scrimmage, and it's a 4th and 13. The Vikings are not finding themselves in a good situation for a comeback right now. They might go for it here in 4th and long. A turnover on downs here would be really, really bad for the Minnesota Vikings. They might go for it. Y'all sleeping on Bloodhound? Hey, man, Bloodhound's good too, but he's one of those legends that, like, I wish I was better at. I got to give him some more playing time. I'll give you guys my mains here in a second. 4th and 13. As predicted, they are going for it. Cousins is looking. One man is beat, and I think that's Adam Thielen with the first down. I have a feeling. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, guys. Adam Thielen does pick up the first on 4th and long. Still, with only 6 minutes left to play, the Vikings, very tall order to come back here. The Chargers defense needs to clutch up. Who was in coverage there against Adam Thielen? Probably Chris Harris Jr. again. No, it was a mismatch. Kenneth Murray in coverage and Adam Thielen. That's something you're going to attack every single time. Bad play call by the Chargers defense. Would have been better for him to bat the ball down. The interception. Yeah, I feel you. Here come the Vikings once again. No huddle, it looks like. Kirk Cousins going to fire it off. And once again in the area is Kenneth Murray. But again, very, very risky throw there. Almost 3 picks dropped by Kenneth Murray this game. 79 Chargers lost to Houston Oilers because Oilers had the guy who somehow got the Bolts sign and stole that game with 5 interceptions on fouls. Wow. Chargers were healthy. Oilers busted up, but cheated. Yikes. Here come the Vikings one more time. Big play. Number 81. The Vikings pick up a huge first down. The Chargers defense bending a little bit here. Have to wait and see if they bend but not break in the end zone. Interception would be huge, but the Vikings need a touchdown. Might force a bad throw in the end zone. Chargers need to hold strong here, man. With 4 minutes left to play, it would be kind of a dicey situation if they're able to close that gap, get a stop in their next in our next possession. When's your album coming out? Funny enough, we do have musical genes in the family. They just went all to my brother. He's got a YouTube channel too. You should check him out. 1st and goal. 4:28 left to play. Here comes Dalvin, and Dalvin is going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple People Eaters. And the Vikings close the gap just a little bit more. 1-score lead for the Chargers. 4:25 left to play. Got to stop another miracle for the Minnesota Vikings happening here. The Chargers probably should try and drive, get another score here to close things out. But if the Vikings can hold strong, it'll give them a shot at taking this game into overtime, which would be the first of this Madden Sim series. Things are getting a little heated out here, man. A little nervous. The nerves are starting to climb a little bit. The Bolts need another stop as we get closer to the end of this one. Yeesh, it's getting close. Nass is better than Justin Simmons. I wouldn't go that far, but the potential certainly is there to make some big plays. I see Nass and Justin Simmons as 2 completely different safeties. Nass, maybe more of your Earl Thomas, or I almost said Earl Campbell. You guys got me in that mindset. Earl Thomas sort of playmaker, as Justin Simmons is more of that physical guy, you know, a little bit Jamal Adams, a little bit everything. 28-34 was the prediction. Yeah, very close, man. If the Chargers can get a stop here, very, very close, or get another score here. If the clock drains and this is the score, very, very close. Indianapolis, miracle might happen. We can hope not. We can hope not. Calling it, Eckler will have 1,000 yards this season, but at some point, sometime, don't want to jinx anything. Yeah, knock on wood. Every time we make assumptions like that, knock on wood. But Austin Eckler could certainly, he's gotten very close in 2019. Very close to 1,000 yards receiving. Be crazy. When's the last time we saw a halfback do that? Christian McCaffrey, right? Very, very close. And Chargers, Austin Eckler could definitely do that. Director, will you be attending the August 8th practice? I will not. I will not be attending the practice. Hopefully, I'm hoping to make it to a game this season, though, and I'll give you guys a heads up when that happens. Justin Herbert hands it off. That's Jackson. Jackson, ooh, very close to breaking a tackle. Well, that's Austin Eckler, excuse me. Austin Eckler, 5 yards there. The Chargers looking to drain some clock. If we can get it down to the 2-minute warning, hopefully get at least into field goal range. The Chargers could certainly seal this one up. And honestly, the Chargers, we missed one field goal. This game could be put away right now. Unfortunately, Michael Badgley missed the field goal. Director at American Idol. Now Chargers get compensatory from Melvin Ingram free agency. Yeah, that's true. Compensatory picks. The Chargers should get quite a few next season with Henry, Casey. Actually, Casey was let go. Melvin Ingram. You know what I mean. We should get some nice compensatory next season. Go to the second game against the Chiefs. I'm thinking about it. I'm giving a lot of thought to where I want to go this season, because I'll probably only be able to attend one game because I want to be here for the remainder of the season to get all the Chargers fans that aren't in Los Angeles someplace to watch it too, or at least people to watch it with. 3rd and 1. Chargers need a first down here. This could be pretty big. Big play right here. Mike Williams is going to be the man to make that play, and the Chargers convert. Really, really tough situation for the Vikings now. If they got the stop there, they're looking at maybe another Minneapolis miracle. At this point, not going to happen, I don't think. I think the Chargers with that first down going to be able to drain a lot of this clock, not give the Vikings a lot of time to work with as this game winds down. I remember Hugo says, I remember 2018 when the Chargers drafted Derwin James. One of the experts compared him to Sean Taylor. If he stayed healthy, would you see that a good comparison? Sean Taylor, man, one of the greatest to ever play the game. Sean Taylor, I would say a little more physical than Derwin James, which is crazy because Derwin is so physical. But yes, I can see the comparison. That's a huge, huge compliment for any player to be compared to the likes of Sean Taylor. What a crazy, crazy career for him with an unfortunate and a very sad end. But Derwin James, I can definitely see the talent in that level. If he stays healthy, I'm sure he's going to be reaching very similar comparisons, a very similar status at some point in his career. What's up, brother? Sean Taylor, the GOAT. Yeah, man, definitely. I saw recently a documentary or something on that. So it hits you in the feels a little bit. Crazy good player. Doing IRL stream and Twitch. Like just of what? Like of the game or of me like walking around grabbing groceries or something? I don't know. 2nd and 2. The Vikings do get a stop. This game's not over yet. Ooh, this game's not over yet. I don't like that. The Vikings do get a stop. 2-minute warning is come and gone. And the Vikings still have 2 timeouts. Another stop here might spell bad news for the Chargers. This is getting close. This is getting a little too close for comfort. If the Chargers can convert here, this game is over. Big play right here. And then we'll grab that $2 holla from Blue Deftone. 3rd and 3. Justin Herbert. All the targets in the world. And Keenan Allen is going to be the man that seals this game for the Bolts. 28-35, likely the end score here. The Chargers and Keenan Allen. That's huge. That's a huge play for the Bolts. Let's see 13s in the chat. Very underrated play right there. Keenan Allen gets open right away, converts the chains, and the Chargers are now in control. Woo! Right after this play, we'll grab the holla right here. Justin Herbert looking to hand this one off one more time. That's going to be, I think, Jackson. No, that's Joshua Kelly. Joshua Kelly with his first carry of the game. That's a timeout, Vikings. $2 holla coming in from Blue Deftone says, why did we resign Badgley? He cost us a game. He cost us games 1 ago. Did we re-sign him? Not recently, right? We brought in a lot of competition for him. I think that's the biggest, like the best news we could get. We could have hoped for the Chargers in the offseason when it comes to our kicking position. So I get it. He has his moments, but we want to wait and see what happens with Vizcaino and Kessman. Who knows if that job is even Badgley's by the start of the season. Justin Jefferson protecting the rock goes down there. 3rd and 2. A stop here would give the Vikings like 30 seconds. So it's not technically over yet, but if they convert here, the game is over. Renee! Sorry, I'm obligated every time Renee comes in here with a holla. Renee with a $2 holla. What's going on, my man? Thank you for joining us. The Chargers 3rd and 2 could be the last play of the game. and it's Justin Jackson. Jackson picks up the first down, and that should do it. Chargers a couple of kneel downs, should be able to get out of this one. Jackson's going to end the game. It's almost 70 yards and a touchdown. Now is the time, guys. Now is the time. I think we're pretty certain we're walking away with the win here. Chargers fans, in this game, who do you think deserves the game ball? Man, we've been asking that a lot lately, right? At this point in the season, 4-4, more than likely going to be 5-4. We've been having to pick game balls quite a bit. So in the chat, put the number of the player you think deserves the game ball this week. We had some big plays. Kazir White with the forced fumble. We had the interception by Nasir Adderley. We've had a pretty nasty game by Justin Herbert. Keenan Allen, who of course did have that fumble as well. Mike Williams. Lots of big players here. Let me know the number of the player that you think, and then we're going to take a look at the stats and make a decision together. Some people like Josh Palmer as well. We're seeing 5s. We're seeing 10s. That should do it, guys. One more kneel down. Or that should do it with that kneel down. The Chargers going to win this one 28-35. Very close prediction. I forget who you were. Very close prediction on the score. Of course, his prediction was 28-34. It's going to end up 28-35. Chargers, let's go. Going to grab another win, and that's 5-4. A record of 5-4 at this point of the offseason. The Chargers are going to head into Week 11 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. How crazy is that? We finally get a word on where Melvin goes. It's going to be versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're going to be able to update the roster to see him play us next week on Sim Sundays. Absolutely insane. I'm seeing 10s, I'm seeing 13s, I'm seeing 13s, lots and lots of 10s, 97, some underrated players by Joey Bosa there. We're about to go see the stats here shortly. Yeah, man, gonna go play the lotto for sure. You know what? Forget the lotto. Just give us the scores before the games. In real life, give us all the scores. Make sure that they're in the favor of the Chargers, make them reasonable, and hopefully we find ourselves a lot of wins this season too, by the grace of the NV talent. Luck on that side there. Where do you update the roster? Just go to downloads. We downloaded the TFG, that franchise guy's roster. It's been solid all season. It's very close, yeah. The Chargers, 415 yards through the air, 91 on the ground. Also 2 takeaways this game, an average of 7.2 per play. Very, very nice game by the Chargers. Holy cow, that was a big one. Hopefully we get the wild card. How are we even going to do this? Because we can't track. I wasn't actually even thinking we'd do the playoffs this year, guys. That's a big question you guys just throw on my play right there. If the Chargers have a pretty nice record, do we like just draw cards or something to like simulate the playoffs? I don't know. I was thinking we're going to stop this during the regular season. We'll wait and see. I don't know. Before we get into more of that, though, because that's a pretty big question. That's a pretty big scenario you guys just laid on my plate there. Let's take a look at some of the players and the big plays made this game. Justin Herbert. We'll just look at the Chargers so we can start deciding who we want to give the game ball to. 422 yards, 3 touchdowns. Huge game for Justin Herbert. Rushing, we got Justin Jackson, 17 for 68, 4 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Gabe Neighbors with his first touchdown of the season for the Chargers. Receiving, Keenan Allen, 10 receptions, 135 yards, and a touchdown. Of course, he did have the fumble as well. Jared Cook going for over 100 yards first time this season. Mike Williams, 92 and a touchdown. Josh Palmer, 31 and a touchdown. Lots of Chargers receivers getting involved in this week's game. Taking a look defensively, Kenneth Murray, 1 tackle for loss, 13 total tackles. Drew Tranquil looked pretty solid there too with the fumble recovery as well. Joey Bosa, 2 tackles for loss as well. He looked really solid. Derwin James, big tackles by him today. Chris Harris did, of course, give up that touchdown there. Kazir White with the forced fumble. Also a very big play by him, Asante Samuel. Lots of big plays there. So last time, guys, I'm going to ask you in the comment section, put the number of the player you think deserves the game ball today. And I'll be announcing in a second who I think it is. We'll read it out loud. So I'm seeing 10s in the chat. Give Herbert the game ball since he was the battle of rookie last year. Yeah, for real, dude. Mike Willis just kept going with first downs. He did. So did Josh Palmer. 422 passing yards. Now, that's pretty freaking huge, dude. Honestly think we'll win 13 games. We could. 24-31. What's our record now? We are 5-4 now. Okay, guys, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a very, very tough one, but I think I decided who I'm going to give the game ball to. Can you guys guess? Justin Herbert got it last week. I think it's very close between him and this player, but this particular play was so important to this week's game. I'm going to give it to this man right here. Game ball this week. I know probably everybody wants to go to Justin, all those guys. I'm going to give it to Kazir White this week. You guys remember the moment this game got turned on its head? It was with that Kazir White turnover. At that point, the Chargers started running away with it. Justin Herbert did his thing. Keenan Allen did his thing. Kazir White, special teams turnover. That was a really, really big play. I'm going to give the game ball to Kazir White this week. What do you guys think of the chat about that? Nice? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's a huge, huge momentum shifting play right there. It's going to go to Kazir White this week. And Justin balled out too, man. He did. He capitalized on that. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Sim Sundays, of course, Monday edition. Next week, we are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll get the roster updated and put Melvin Ingram on that team so that we can see him play against his former team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Also, remember, if you want to enter for the giveaway, of course, we use this as a game ball for right now. But we are giving away this signed Joey Bosa ball to one of our subscribers. Of course, all you guys got to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel. Only subs can win, and then hit up the link in the description. Very easy to enter from there. You can subscribe to my Madden Ultimate Team channel. You can subscribe to this channel. Must be subscribed to this channel. There's a bunch of ways that you can grab entries to win the Joey Bosa jersey. So good luck to everybody there. Super excited. And again, huge thank you to everybody that supported the channel, especially during the off season. I remember the names that we saw in the tough times. And then finally, we do have a giveaway for the members, the lifeblood of this channel, the members. Antonio Gates, the GOAT, signed jersey. All you got to do to enter for this one is be a member of my crew. And again, huge shout out and support to you guys so much. Thank you for helping this channel make it through the off season. This was the one time of year that I was worried that the channel might not survive. And it really came down to the members and the support from the subscribers. Everybody, thank you so much for helping us get to this point. Chargers football just around the corner. We got the first preseason game, training camp coming up in days. And of course, kickoff is just weeks away as well. So we're very excited. We're getting so close to Chargers football. And this sim has definitely been a huge, fun way to emulate what we're going to be seeing in September. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been The Director. We're going to close it out, of course, with the Kiwi commercial. Get your Kiwi emotes ready. And we'll see you guys next week. Sim Sunday. It should be on Sunday this upcoming week at the normal time. I think it's like 11:30 Eastern or Pacific, excuse me. So we'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you next time. And as always, bolt up and stay frosty. Heads up, we did update the credits. And before I forget, huge thank you and shout out to all the super chats today. You guys rock, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next week. This has been The Director. Summer is coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Well, you're in luck. Our friends at Manscaped have just launched their 4th generation performance package, which includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard right, 4.0. You guys remember back in the day we did that ad where we shaved the kiwi? There it is. Oh, God, wait, don't do that. I guarantee this cannot end well. Oh, God, no. This is my nightmare. Ah! Oh, my God, what are we doing? Let's catch a replay. Yeah, gruesome. That's the worst kind of penalty there is. No, Kiwi down. You hate to see it. All right, round 2. So far, so good. See, it looks like Director likes it. Oh, Mrs. Director likes it too. Well, there's a plus. Well, that razor got even better. Compliment your summer bod with a trim from the leaders in male grooming. The sun is shining and calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for hot guy summer by going in at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code KIWI. This would make an awesome gift. Birthdays, Father's Day, who cares? Or even to yourself, man. Treat yourself a little bit. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use code KIWI at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code KIWI at manscaped.com. Escape the shrubs and weeds of the summer and shine with Manscaped. Stay frosty and head over to EasyMut.com for the cheapest MUT coins on the market. And when I say cheapest, I mean it. We're talking 1 million coins for around $40. Use code DIRECTOR for 5% off. Bye, Frankie. All right, bye.